approach which we have used for hedging, wherein we tried finding out the key rates and durations at each of the layers and mapped each of the buckets with the corresponding hedging instrument and trying to see how the risk can be eliminated across, not only at that overall. But what this model is saying is the same approach using hedging your instrument with a set of other instruments, but determining how many units or how much volume, what is the amount of contract you have to enter into. The determination is happening purely based on the historical data using the regression process, right? Rather than okay, at this in the earlier scenario, just to see here in this example, when we were doing the hedging, all we tried out initially was this particular, I mean, if I had to hedge this overall key rate 01, we identified the how much proportion of this has typically need to be long or short. So for that we have at this point, whatever was the proportion of these two is what we have taken and said 44.34% of longing you have to typically do. But what this model is saying is overall, overall, historically, what are the yields associated with your hedging instrument, and what are the corresponding yields associated with the instrument with which the portfolio which needs to be hedged. You just try to frame a relationship between these two. You form a regression equation between these two, the hedged instrument versus the portfolio that needs to be hedged. The day on day basis, find out their yields, and based on that frame an equation which will determine how much worth of this has to be longed or shorted to hedge against this particular risk. So that is where we are bringing in the regression based hedge. So probably even if I am using, let's say I want to hedge my 20-year bond, 20-year maturity bond, right? I may use a combination of some 10-year bond, some 30-year bond, or probably some 5-year bond. I may use a combination of these three bonds to hedge the risk on this bond, right? Probably if the interest rates are because here we are talking of the interest rates falling at some point, growing at some point, right? So to observe that kind of scenario, what we are saying is we will try to hedge that 20-year bond with a combination of these. So how much has to go into each? So in the earlier also we have tried the same. One bond we wanted to hedge with a 2-year, 5-year, 10-year, and 30-year zero coupon bond. Here also, let's say I want to hedge with these three. All what we are trying in this model is we are trying to build a relationship between the 20-year yields, historical 20-year yields versus 10-year, 30-year, and 5-year kind of yield. When the yield was, well, today, what is the 20-year bond yield? What is the 5-year bond yield? What is the 10-year bond yield? What is the 30-year bond yield? Form a multiple regression kind of an equation. Take such data yesterday, day before yesterday, 1 month back, 10 months back, 5 years back. What were the historical numbers associated with the portfolio which you want to hedge, versus the securities with which you want to hedge your portfolio with? That regression equation, whatever the coefficients that are derived for that regression equation, that is what is the weightages you are trying to give to each of the securities which you would like to invest. That is what we are calling as a empirical approach, because any empirical approach is where you derive the formula